My name is Joycelyn Allan, and this is my leadership journey, past, present, and future. Every leader, they say, must know their territory, your strengths, your foundations, your weaknesses, the cracks in the wall, opportunities, the open windows, threats, the gathering storms. I thought my blueprint was done with the assignment, fixed, final, but a blueprint is just an idea. Leadership is the building. I entered this semester armed with what I thought were my strengths: hard work, clarity, a plan. And then life laughed and my plan dissolved. My real strength wasn't the wall I built, it was learning to become water, to flow, to adapt. The shield wasn't for blocking, it was for shaping. Weaknesses aren't just skills you lack, they are the shadows you cast when you stand in your own light. Fear of failure is not a monster under the bed, it's the quiet voice that says, not yet, forever. I'm not here to slay it. I'm here to make peace with it, to acknowledge it's part of the landscape. And then there's the thief that doesn't feel like theft, the infinite scroll. It doesn't attack, it invites. And one rule, one notification at a time, it steals the most precious resource I have, my presence. I used to think opportunity was a lucky break, a door left ajar, but I was wrong. Opportunity is alive, it's a network, a web of human connection. My mentors, my peers, they aren't just contacts, they are mirrors, guides, and sometimes the push I need. The opportunity isn't from them, it's in the space between us.
Growth isn't about erasing flaws, it's about seeing them more clearly. If I could talk to my younger self, I would say, you think you don't need all these lessons? Quiet leadership, Ubuntu, emotional intelligence, you need them all.
Silence, it is not passivity. It's not letting your followers walk over you. It is listening so intensely you can hear the unspoken fear in the room. It is choosing your moment, and when you speak, the room goes still because they trust the words you speak and they trust the words of their leader. Ubuntu, as leaders have seen, is the greatest strategy. I am because we are. When your team knows, truly knows, that their growth is your mission, that is when you stop managing people and start building a community.
Where do I go from here? First, confidence. I'll step up. Classroom, good leader. Voice in the room. Second, discipline. Social media gets boundaries. My time gets purpose. Third, communication. I will speak, listen, and engage, even if it's uncomfortable.
Looking at my SWOT analysis now, I realized it wasn't just about listing traits, it was about recognizing patterns, how my strength shows up when I'm under pressure, how my weaknesses whisper when I'm about to take a risk. The biggest shift for me wasn't in what I wrote down, it was in how I see it now. My adaptability isn't just a skill, it's a choice I make again and again to stay open instead of rigid. And my fear of failure, I used it to treat I used to treat it like a wall. Now I see it as a signpost. It points me towards what actually matters if I'm afraid to try something. That's usually exactly where I need to go. I've also learned that threats aren't always external. Sometimes the biggest threat is my own distraction, losing focus on what I said I'll do. And opportunities, they are not luck, they are relationships. They're the people who see potential in me before I see it in myself. That's why accountability matters. It turns attention into action. So what comes after analysis? After the plan, the doing, the daily practice, the small decisions that build a leader, not a perfect one, a real one who stumbles, learns, and keeps moving. The path is clear. Now it's time to walk it. Thank you.